Damn, they're possessed, dedicated to Simon's quest. Never get tired of piercing Dracula's dinner vest. Back in the day, we used to beg our parents to let us rent NES games and hope they'd forget us. Snapping controllers or beating on my little brother. Being grounded from playing games was like no other punishment. After the first week of funlessness, loved my moms to death, but just wanted to punch the mat. Count to 10 to try to calm down. 3 hours later, I'm still pissed and looking to throw down. Exposed my 4-year-old son to manhunt. Now he's pulling knives on his mama like his dad does.
Welcome to Retro Relapse. Let me get a little bit comfortable here. It's my first console review. I haven't really reviewed a console before, so this is my first time actually kind of reviewing a console here. And it's not one that you would think that I would have done, but it's something I think is really interesting. So, hope you enjoy it. The Odyssey 2 commercial, and that child molesting freak right here is the spokesperson for the Odyssey 2 in the USA. You Europeans know it as the G7000. And this was a competitor to the Atari VCS, which was just eating up the market. One of the strange things about this is the numeric keyboard that they put on here. As you can see, really didn't help its sales at all. I guess they kind of tried to fool consumers maybe into thinking that it also doubled as a computer of some sorts, which it really doesn't. Some games actually use the keyboard, others really don't. So it's a little strange there too. Another thing is, you got your controllers here hardwired into the back of the machine. So if you bust your controller, you're kind of shit out of luck. Come on. Oh, shit, my controller broke. Well, let me go plug another one in. The strange thing about this machine here is the carts that it uses. See, I got some of the cartridges here. Let's go with one of them. This one right here is a multi-cartridge. It has Speedway, Spinout, and Crypto Logic. Crypto Logic is actually it uses the keypad. Here's what you're dealing with here. Yeah, that's right. It has a fucking handle. You know. Here's your leading competitor cartridge, and here's theirs. About the same in size, exactly the same in size, but got a handle. I mean, honestly. Is it really that necessary to have a fucking handle on the thing? Come on. I mean, I could take it out. It's actually easier taking it out without that goddamn handle on it. Get a fucking... Oh well. You know, I don't know what these people in marketing are thinking sometimes, but that's what they did with it. In contrast to the Atari VCS, the G7000, as it's called in Europe, had 2 joysticks as well as an alphanumerical membrane keyboard to allow educational games and even programming the console. Apart from that, the Magnivox Odyssey was technically conventional, and in terms of sound and graphics, weaker than Atari's VCS, which did come out a year prior. Though weaker technology was not the Odyssey 2's main disadvantage, it was the lack of software. At the beginning, it saw no third-party support. Magnivox sadly missed out on the formidable sports games of the Intellivision system and the awesome Sega and Nintendo licenses purchased and used by Coleco. Towards the end of the Odyssey 2 days, only two third parties, Magic and Parker, rolled out few VCS and arcade conversions, and in the case of Parker, did so only in Europe. With about a 50-game library, the machine managed to stay alive until the video game crash of 1984. Here's the Odyssey 2 with the voice modulator on it called The Voice, which worked with very few games, and it would allow the video games to talk to you in a creepy fucking speak and spell type way. In 1981, the 7200 was a deluxe update of antique technology. Now, the Odyssey 2 with the built-in monochrome monitor was pretty practical, but it stripped the graphics of any color whatsoever. The big dial on the left is to set the contrast, and the controllers can actually be unplugged on this model, and I think it is pretty bitchin' and would like one myself. It wasn't until 1983 that Europe brought out the Cadillac of Odysseys. The G7400 had a hardware update for better graphics, was backward compatible, but also ran improved revisions of older games. Now, the G74 video pack is the last we saw of the video packs or the Odysseys. What about the games, man?